What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy BT, and today we're going to be taking a look at the oil pan on the ISF. I've been experiencing for a little bit of time now what looks and seems to be like an oil leak. I don't know if you can see a little bit of it there, but I tried to clean up some of this, but you can see kind of that oily residue is kind of blasting this way, probably from driving, and the oil is just kind of heading in that direction that way. So I believe our culprit is probably needing a new oil pan gasket. So what we're going to do, we're going to drain this, get the oil out, take the pan down, reseal it, and replace. Let me show you what we got going on. All right, so here's what we got going on here. You'll notice a combination. That's a nut, that's a bolt. We have 15 bolts and 2 nuts, one being here, and the other one's on this side right over here. But you can see there's some oil up in there. See if we can get some more light on this for you. As you can see, there's some oil up in there. So yeah, that's what we're trying to deal with right now. So the process should be straightforward. We're going to take this cover off here. Now to give us a little bit more access. So we've got some screws here to take down. We'll see if there's anything down on the backside. That'll give us more access to this area here. And then we can go ahead and just take, again, drain this first. Take the pan down and then reseal it. Let's get to work. So this will take a 10. Just going to go ahead and take these down. All right, so we can see here from this cover, definitely dealing with some leaking issues there. We're going to have to get that thing cleaned up. Well, we'll just slide that off to the side. Now that we have better visibility, we can kind of see here, this area here can be cleaned up a little. Oh yeah, all the oil that has splashed in this direction, we're going to go ahead and get all that cleaned up there. Alright, so with the oil basically done draining, we're going to go ahead and put this plug back in for the time being here. Alright, next we're going to move on to the oil filter here, just these 4 screws. We're changing this out because it's time for an oil change anyways. But just kind of want to get it out the way so that when we're back to put the oil pan in, that's all we're focused on. We don't have to worry about anything else. Everything else is done. We've got our filter wrench. All we're going to do is give this a little turn here. Draining system ready to go here. So with this, we're going to go ahead and change out this O-ring right here, put in our new filter, put it back in place. All right, so this is what we're attacking right here. You can see all those bolts and the 2 nuts. That's what we're taking off right there. We're gonna have our pan, we're gonna have our drain system here handy in case there's any residue left, but this is what we're going after. So we're just gonna take our time and hand loosen every single one of those bolts and nuts. I was actually shocked at how easy those bolts were to come off, so maybe that explains why we're having a leak. But it is what it is. We're going to go ahead, we're gonna get our power tool now that everything's loosened, get our bolts and our nuts down a lot faster, and pull this oil pan down. All right, so for this job, we had to get an oil pan separator. So that's this little guy right here. So it's a nice small size. It should hopefully get up into the space that we need to go ahead and break that gasket apart. Then we also picked up a ball peen hammer. This is a 16 ounce. Picked this up from Harbor Freight. So we're hoping that this combination that we have here, will be able to get in there and get the job done. So let's head over and put it to work. All right, so based on trying out different variations of tools here, we're going down to the good old Harbor Freight right here. We've got the pry bar set. It's a 3-pack on this one. And I just want to show you one of the tips here. This is the reason why I went with this one here. So if you look at this tip right here, you can see it's a little slimmer, which I think will work well to fit in the groove that is needed. So let's go ahead and give this a try. All right, so we're going in with the pry bar here. And based off of how much pressure has to be applied, it's probably a wise decision to go ahead and just buy a new pan, because by the time this one gets off, it might be bent. So just go ahead, hop over to Rock Auto and get you an oil pan. All right, looks like we're able to break that loose. There we go. Yep, we are loose now. Oh, okay, still oil in here. Wow. Even after all that draining. All right, so I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but you can see that lip took a little bit of a hit. It's not as flat anymore. So again, probably a good idea. Get you a new oil pan, get you a new drain plug, and you should be good to go. So yeah, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna clean up the edge of where the oil pan goes in preparation for when the new one arrives. And yeah, I'm gonna put this back up here for the time being once I clean that up, and it'll be ready once the new one arrives. All right, so we got this little tool here to use to scrape off the remaining RTV on the edge here. It comes in a pack of 2, one with a much wider tip as well. So we're going to use this one right now to get that cleaned up. All right, so here's how we're looking right now. As you can see, that's nice and clean. So you're gonna wanna get plenty of brake cleaner to clean up the area, especially on the side where if you have an oil leak like I did, the grime and all of that, you're gonna wanna clean that up nicely. You wanna get you a razor blade and go in for the fine tune cleaning up here. It's very important that you get the surface clean so that you get a good seal when you put the new RTV on. And now I can see why it's so important to make sure that bead is on exactly where it needs to be, because if the bead is on right, you're gonna see a nice little seam line up right at the edge here, right along the edge. Well, you can't see it once you seal it, but that I believe is what gives it a nice seal so that no oil leaks out. On this side, I didn't really see a lot of that on this edge. On this side, I did see a nice bead kind of coming right along the edge here that I did have to clean off. So That means that it had a really good seal on this side. There were no leaks. But this is what you have to do to prep everything to get it ready to put that new pan in place. There is the larger size of the smaller gasket scraper. So you see that this pack comes with 2 good sizes that you can use whatever your application is. All right, so we are finally back in action. Ordered the oil pan, received the oil pan. We are ready to go with this brand new oil pan. So we're going to be putting down the RTV on the edge here. We're going to be doing it on the inner edge. Well, let's talk about that. So the manual says to do it on the inner edge, but the instructions on the RTV says to go around the bolt hole. So I think we're just going to do a combination of both. I don't think you can go wrong with this. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So make sure that you do get the right RTV for your application. There are different colors. Make sure you're getting the one that is black for your application of the oil pan. Any application of RTV by any means there. So make sure you get the right stuff for the job. Oh, did I say the right stuff? There you have it. Yeah, make sure you get the right stuff. So I was initially going to use this product here, but I decided to go with the right stuff. And this is a product by Permatex here. This is a 1-minute return to service gasket maker. So this thing is going to cure up pretty quickly. So we're going to go ahead and use this. So we went ahead and picked this up along with this. I think this combination here is going to make for a much easier, a much faster installation, in my opinion. So once this is ready to go, you just pop it in here. And just like any caulking mechanism, you go ahead and you have to turn that around, and then it'll move forward. Spin it back, you can pull it out. So, pick this up off Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description for these products here. So, you can use this if you want to. I'm not going to use this in this instance here. And then on to the torque wrenches. So, I picked up a set because I needed some smaller values. These ones are not digital, but it should be good enough for the purpose of what we're going to be doing today. So, I'll be using this guy right here to do the torque of the bolts here, and the torque specs for this is 10 Newton meters. So we're good to go on that right there. All right, now for the gasket. The instructions say that you have to get this thing installed within 5 minutes. So make sure that you got everything ready to go. You're going to apply a continuous bead anywhere from 3 to 6 millimeters. And you want to make sure you assemble the parts within 5 minutes, tightening to the torque spec. So with that said, make sure you have everything ready to go. So we're going to go ahead underneath the car, take out the oil pan. The old one was under there to make sure that nothing was dusty while waiting for the new one to come in. So we're going to go ahead, take that one down. We're going to go ahead and clean up one more time with the brake cleaner, making sure that surface is as clean as can be. Can't stress that hard enough. Make sure your surfaces are clean. I'm going to go ahead and wipe this surface down as well. After I've prepped underneath, I'm going to go ahead and get this gasket on here. I'm going to try to get this done in about 2 minutes, because after that, I've got to get the camera down in the pit. I've got to get into the pit, and I've got to get this thing moved over to the floor so I can grab it and get it set in place. So make sure that you follow the instructions, and let's get to it. All right, so we are prepped and ready to go. We got our oil pan here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to wipe the surface down here. Make sure it is nice and clean and ready to be installed. Okay, so that's looking good. All right, next up, we're going to cut the top of this off. So I'm just going to slice it with the knife here. All right, top has been cut. Get this thing cleaned off. Okay, next we're going to take this, screw it on top, like so. Okay, it's in there. It's ready to go. The tip, I'm okay with the tip as is. The only thing I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little bit of an angle on the cut here. just a little bit of an angle. Okay, so that's ready. Then I'm gonna get this thing loaded up. So I've got my angle tip on there. Like I said, with this thing here, just twist it around and it's ready to go. So we are ready to apply pressure. Start getting this product out. Okay, now that that's queued up in there. All right, so now we are ready to go. Like I said, I'm gonna try to get this installed in about 2 minutes. I've got my torque ready to go, so I'm gonna put that in place. All right, so let me get this product flowing through here. Look at that, it's coming right up. Nice and easy. All right, so before we get started, pattern, I'm gonna come along the edge, gonna do the inside, come back around, wrap it around here, and move forward. So we're gonna focus on the inside, and we're gonna pass back over, wrap it around, come forward, in, wrap around, and forward until we are done. So, got the stopwatch ready to go here. So we're locked and loaded here. 5 minutes. Let's get to it. So it's a little hard to get this thing flowing straight continuously. So we're just going to overlap, pull it in, and just keep it going until we're done. All right, so we're just about done here. If you see any spots that you're not happy with, just touch them up real quick. And yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing installed ASAP. All right, let's get it installed. All right, we're up in there, looking good. Now we just gotta get these bolts put in place and torqued. All right, so we're hopping onto the bolts now. Just gonna get them all set in place, and then we're torquing them down to 10 Newton meters. All right, now that we have them all installed, we're just gonna go around the horn and torque them down. All right, and just like that, we are finished with the installation. All we've got to do is fill in the oil. We've already taken care of the oil filter, so that's good. And get that cover put back under here, and we are rocking and rolling. Not too bad a job when you got all the right parts ready to go. All right, so now we refill with oil, and we should be good to go. There should be no more leaks after this. And for those of you who may not be aware, it's a 5W30 on the ISF. All right, we are looking good. Look at that right there. Look at how clean and fresh that is. So, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up this video here where we were able to drop the oil pan out, put on a new gasket, and again, reminder, make sure you order yourself a new pan. It's not worth it to have to deal with the old one, even if all you have to do is scrape it off. I think it's just better to buy a new one so that it's nice and straight and everything's good. You get a good seal on it. It's your boy BT. Thank you for checking out this video, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.